beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra here. I'll first of all like to say a huge thank you to those of you that have seen my previous videos, and if you're here to check them out, please don't forget to do so. And also, if you're here to subscribe to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button down below. I promise you will most likely enjoy the things that I have to share on here. All right, thank you. Today I decided I will just sit here and ask myself some difficult questions that I think are very important and necessary for me, and I thought I will just make this a recording. Essentially, I do hope that you're also able to maybe learn a thing or two, or perhaps even ask yourself these questions as well. Okay, so I have some of the questions written down. Actually, I have all the questions written down on my phone, so I'm just going to, read them out and answer them. First question is, would you employ yourself? So if you were an employer, do you think you would qualify as an employee at your own business? Well, honestly, maybe not. And this is so hard to say because I really don't think I'm the most competent when it comes to doing jobs just because. And in this, I guess it also depends on the type of job I'm hiring myself for. If it's something to do with teaching or research, I definitely would hire myself for sure, because those are like my field of interest. But if it was just like a regular job, if I were to just hire someone just so they could get the work done and I pay them, I perhaps wouldn't hire myself, because I do think I don't know how to really strive in the space where I don't want to be in, even if I'm getting paid. So I don't think I'll be the most competent employee. So I guess the answer is no. And do I think I should get better at being more employable? Of course, I do think so. Moving on. Question 2, would you be in a relationship with yourself? And this particular one I think is romantic relationship. Hey, oh my goodness. I just wrote down those questions and I didn't even really think about them in the moment. I just, typed them out, and thinking about it right now, would I be in a romantic relationship with myself? Oh my God. I'm worthy and deserving of being in a committed, healthy relationship. But I would say no. I'm just looking at myself like, so what are you not good at? But I would say no because, let me look at you guys. I do feel a little uncomfortable answering these questions. But I would say no because, I think I know myself the most. So there's certain things about me that I don't think I've gotten there yet. Let's just put it that way. I'm not the person that I would want to be when I'm in a healthy, committed relationship. So I would say no. If I were to meet a guy just like me, would I be in a relationship with him? I think putting it that way makes the question easier. No, I wouldn't. Jeez. The next question is, would you be friends with yourself? Yes. I do think I make a good friend. So yes, I would be friends with myself for sure. I just feel like I find friendships to be very easy. I think it's probably one of the easiest relationships for me. But then again, that's because most of my friends are kind of like, I don't get to spend like lots of time with them. So I do think it also makes friendship easier for me. I for some reason, I don't know why romantic relationships are more, you get more involved and your lives get intertwined compared to like friendships. So I think that makes it easier for me. Is this me saying what's the song? I got commitment issues, but I'm trying to fix that for you. I won't say I have commitment issues, but I do find it easier in my friendships. Okay, moving on. Okay, would I live with myself? So if I were to move into an apartment and I was looking for a flatmate, would I live with someone just like me? Yes, as a flatmate, absolutely. I would live with myself as a flatmate. But would I move in with myself as a friend? I would say no, because I do feel like oftentimes I'm not, and contrary to what like some people in my life might think, I'm not always bubbly. I'm not always like smiling and stuff, which I don't really like. and I try to control that. You know, if I catch myself not feeling good, I try to find ways to make myself feel better. But I honestly, I'm not really the most bubbly person all the time. It's easier for me, like when I go meet up with my friends and stuff, I can, you know, I have so much energy. But when I'm by myself, I'm not really always in a great mood, which I'm just like, I don't know, I'm like this, you know. So as a friend, I wouldn't want to move in with myself, but as a flatmate, I do feel like sometimes it's easier for me. I understand contractual agreements, so it's easier for me to cohabitate with someone that isn't my friend, because I know, okay, it's supposed to be this way, it's supposed to be that way. And I do think I'm a chilled and easy person, so I definitely would live with myself. I'm also very considerate of other people, so I do think those are like the main things you need in order to live with a person. Okay, another question is, how vulnerable are you? Honestly, okay, you know what? Vulnerability doesn't come so easy to me, but I'm not one that allows that stop me from being vulnerable. Like, I have a very high level of self-awareness that I know when I'm struggling to be vulnerable, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it, you know, just be like, you know what, whatever this bridge is here, I'm going to cross it. Whatever this reluctancy is here, I'm going to, you know, break down this wall and just get through it, because I do understand that behind every block of reluctance is a greater opportunity or whatever, or just a greater good, or like, you know, an opportunity to grow. So I always try to be as vulnerable as I think I should be in that moment. But I also think this applies to why I don't think I would want to date myself, is because there are certain things, like, I don't think I like people seeing me being weak. I don't like people seeing me, I don't really think I like people seeing me in a state of figuring things out. And I'm that person. I'm constantly growing. I'm figuring things out. So it's like, it's so, romantic relationships are so personal. Like, it's almost like they become like a mirror. So you see yourself clearly. And I don't think I like someone else seeing me while I'm seeing myself. Like, I want to see myself, understand myself, then share that with someone else. And I do think that's why it's easy for me to be vulnerable. Because it's almost like as though I've processed my emotions, I know what is going on, and then I can share. So I do think I'm somewhat vulnerable, but you know, you always uncover or discover certain things about yourself, and you question if you want to share it, if you're ready to be vulnerable. But for me, I would always choose vulnerability over being what's the opposite? Tell me. This question is, Sandra, are you really putting in the work in your life to get yourself to the stage where you want to be? Wow. Yeah, the answer is no. And I say this with no pride. You know, I think it also, and this also kind of like merges with my last question. So I think I should also just ask that question as well. And it says, do you feel confident with your ideology of life? But let me just start with the first one. Do I feel like I'm doing everything that needs to get me to the position I feel like I deserve and want to be? I'm not. I don't think I'm putting in as much effort, time, commitment, dedication, and all of that. You know, I've seen people that are hard workers, and I'm like, yo, people are really hard workers. You know, I have my older sister and my immediate younger sister. Like, those people are like, yeah, they're just, you know, when it comes, you know, when you want to say like the hustle and bustle, they're like very typical. But for me, I'm not that person. I think this is where my ideology of life comes into place. I think of life in a very simple way. I don't believe in easy, but I believe in simple. You know, I don't know. I'm not like a bulldozer. I'm not like, okay, let's go in, break down all the walls. No, I think of myself more as a sledgehammer. I'll get the work done, but it's going to take me some time, my pace, my understanding. But of course, I do feel like I can be doing more. I can put in more time, more effort, more dedication into doing the things that I know I should be doing. But then again, because I think of life in such simple terms, or a simple way, I guess it also encourages me to just take my time and be chilled about certain things. And it also makes me question myself. Are you sure you're not self-sabotaging? And that's why the other question came into play. Sandra, do you really believe in your definition or your own, or do you believe in the way you think of life, your ideology of life? Do you really believe in it? And at this point, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is just my personality of taking things like taking things like simply, taking things simply. Wait, is that a word? Taking things very simple. Taking life simpler than other people would. I don't know if that's just my personality or that's just a way for me to self-sabotage and actually give it my all. And what if it doesn't work? What if whatever my all is, that I think my all is, what if I put it all in and the results are not what I think? I give it my all and it doesn't turn out to be that great, or I don't know if this is me self-sabotaging or this is actually just who I am. Like, I believe life doesn't have to be so tedious and so difficult. And amongst everything, I truly believe in the grace of God. Like, I do my part and I'm like, okay, I'm handing over to you, God. I'm handing the mic to the man that is actually in control. Again, I'm not lazy. I get people that know me know that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Of course, sometimes there'll be obstacles and challenges, but I'm far from lazy. But at the same time, I believe I can be doing more. All I want to do forever is serve God, help people, live lavishly, dance, listen to music, and motivate people. Really, that's literally all I want to do. I'm not really in the hustle and bustle life. I don't think that's meant for me. I wasn't just born that way, or maybe I don't just want my life to be that way. But like, I do feel like there's certain things that come naturally to some people and doesn't come to other people. Like, sometimes I can go full force. And don't get me wrong, I do understand immediacy, and I understand I'm very time conscious. I understand urgency. So I do understand that certain things needs to be done now. And I do those things, but I think I'm also kind of like comparing my life to the way in which I see people around me like really go for it, and also how much I think I can be doing more, so I'm not one to work for money. But in our society, working for money makes it seem like you're the most hardworking person. And when I compare myself to those people, I'm just like, I guess I'm not hardworking at all. But yeah, okay. I feel like I'm rambling now. Take a deep breath, Sandra. Take a deep breath. The bigger question is, what am I going to do with all of this information? You know what? When I edit this video, when I'm editing this video, listening to myself, I'm going to actually take a pen and a paper. Sandra, you're going to do this. I'm promising myself I am going to do this. Take a piece of a pen and a paper and write down the things I do feel like I need to work on. I feel like this second to last question is very important for me. What are the things that I need to really do to get me to that level where I feel like, let me put in the work. Let me stop self-sabotaging. Let me put in the work and see how far that can take me. Like, dude, I dare myself. Dare yourself. I dare myself to put in the work and see how far it can take me. I'm really feeling hyped. Come on now. What am I going to do? What can I do right now? No, but for real, I am going to put in the work and see. I feel so nervous saying that, if I'm being honest. But yeah, anyways guys, I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. It was more about me, but I really do hope you're able to ask yourself these questions as well and see what parts of your life in which you can improve on. I will leave the questions in the description box below, so you can also ask yourself. Leave a comment. Please don't forget to share, like this video, subscribe if you're here to subscribe to my channel, and until next time, bye.